It's kind of a fancy way of saying solve it. So the first one they give us is x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5. So there's our equation. And they give me a value. X is equal to -3. So how do I translate my equation and use this value? How do I rewrite that?
Substitute -3 in wherever the x is.
Okay, wherever I had an x, I put in a set of brackets. So my x value is -3 cubed minus 2 times -3 squared plus 5. And then 3 cubed.
9, 27.
It's negative, so is it positive or negative?
Negative.
-27. And then minus 2. What is -3 squared?
Positive 9.
+9 plus 5. So -27. And 2 times 9?
18.
18 plus 5. And then I just add and subtract. So what do I come up with? What's -27 minus 18?
-45.
-45 plus 5?
-40.
-40. Bart.
Okay. The very first thing you did, when you have the x3,
Okay.
I didn't follow that. I don't understand. Do you just, to figure out x, do you take the number that is that cubed? X cubed?
So that's x cubed, and they gave me the value for x. So wherever I had an x, I put in a set of brackets.
Where did they give you a value for x? In the problem?
In the problem.
In the book?
Yeah, right here. Bottom of page 77.
For x equals -3.
Oh, okay. I thought you figured that out.
I just made it up. So let's use this same equation. X cubed.
What if you don't know what x is?
We'll get to that too. Don't worry. Minus 2x squared plus 5. And let's say x is equal to 4. So how would I set that up? What do I do?
You do parentheses.
Okay, replace my variable with a set of brackets. Now what should I do?
Do the parentheses.
Okay, I gotta get rid of parentheses. So 4 cubed minus 2 times, and what's 4 squared? 4 times 4, 16, plus 5. Remember the order of operations? Get rid of parentheses, get rid of exponents. So 64, 2 times 16, plus 5. So 64 minus 32,
32.
plus 5,
37.
37. What about if I have 3x squared minus x cubed minus 7? Let's say my x value is 2. So solve 3, 2 squared minus 2 cubed minus 7. So 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed, 8. 3 times 4, 12, minus 8, minus 7. That's my answer. So the only tricky part is putting in the set of brackets and substituting in what I'm given for the variable.
Am I correct? In most algebra, they don't give you the variable, right?
Sometimes they do. But yeah, the farther up we go, then no, they don't. We have to find it. So, if you turn to page 78, we have this example with a box. It's input and output. So here's our equation. X squared minus 2x minus 3. And then input and output is in a table. So they want me to solve this for all of these different values. So -2 is our first one. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So x, they want me to solve for each of those. So let's start with -2 first. Here's the expression I'm going to use for every single one.
So negative 2 in parentheses.
Okay, so put in my set of brackets, -2 squared minus 2 times -2 minus 3. So 2 squared, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. And then -2 times the -2,
Positive 4.
positive 4 minus 3. So that equals 5. Okay, so if my x is equal to -2, then my answer here is 5. Let's do -1. Same thing. Replace my x with a set of brackets. Now -1 squared.
There are 2 positive.
What's 1 times 1?
Sorry.
Positive 1. And then -2 times the -1
Plus 2.
plus a 2 minus a 3. So it equals 0. Okay, let's do 0. So substitute in 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 3. So 0 squared is 0. 2 times 0, 0 minus 3. My answer is?
Hang on. So you have, is that a negative and a negative? Even though there's a minus, does that count in that row as a negative and a negative? Or no?
What's 2 times 0?
0.
So 0 subtract 0. 0 subtract 0. Subtract 3. So my output is a -3. Where are we at? 1. So we'll substitute in 1. 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 3. So 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 3. What's my answer? -4. So 1 minus 2 is -1, minus 3 is -4. So 2. Substitute in for the brackets. 2 squared, 4, minus 2 times 2, 4 again, minus 3. Part?
The rules with negatives and positives,
Uh-huh.
when you're adding or subtracting, you don't use those rules, do you? Or do you?
You do. What's 1 minus 2?
Negative 1.
And then -1 minus 3.
Negative 4.
negative 4.
But sometimes I look at that and I see the negative and negative and want to think it's a positive.
Not if they're separated by another number. So if I had had 1 minus a negative 2, what would that turn into?
Positive.
That would turn into a 1 plus 2. Let's do 3. 3 squared minus 2 times 3 minus 3. So 3 squared is 9. 2 times 3, 6 minus 3. So 9 minus 6 minus 3. 0. So if the question asked me, using this expression and these x values, which answers will give me a 0? What would I say?
Negative 1.
-1 and 3. Let's do our last one, 4. Replace my variable with a set of brackets. So 4 squared is 16. 2 times 4 and negative 3. 5. Okay, so if the question had asked me which input values of x will give me an output of 5, what would I say?
Negative 2.
-2 and a 4.